Welcome all. So we'll continue with our discussion on polynomial. In the last session, we have discussed about quadratic polynomials factorization. Here I have come across with some questions which is basically cubic polynomial. So this is always a very important aspect in many competitive exam. They can ask you directly question on this, or otherwise in exam like JEE means and pre-RMO, KVQ kind of exam, they will truncate it, and ultimately you need to require the answer for this. The student of 9th standard have their polynomial topic. In that they know that what is the method to solve such question. It's a very lengthy method. You need to factorize the absolute term, that is, say for example in this case plus 20, and then you need to try out f of x, f of 1, f of 2, f of 3. That is a very lengthy method. So here we will come across with some tricks given by one very famous mathematician, great philosopher, or we can call him as a modern era's father of philosophy, that is René Descartes. So that Descartes, as is silent, it is basically, his name is basically René Descartes. Many people used to call it Descartes, but that is wrong. It is René Descartes. There is a French mathematician, and in most of the French surname as is silent. One more such mathematician is L'Hospital. You may be knowing that in calculus there is a topic called limit. In that there is some L'Hospital rule is come, so that hospital is not hospital, it is L'Hospital rule, because that S is silent. S is always silent for French surname. So make a note that it is René Descartes, it's not René Descartes. So his famous saying is I am what I think. So his famous saying is that, and he has given a very important concept. He has correlated algebra with geometry. His work is recommended on a greater note in the mathematics area. So we will just use his principle, that is Descartes rule of sign. That will be very helpful. You will learn this Descartes rule of sign in engineering mathematics, BSc mathematics, and in GATE and etc. But it will be very helpful if you use those concepts over here, especially in JEE and all that. If you use those concepts, see, there is one more point I want to clear, that polynomial and theory of equation, these two topics go hand in hand. Polynomial and theory of equation, they are correlated topic. If I talk about JEE mains and JEE advanced, so you can expect in total in JEE mains polynomial and theory of equation together 2 questions, that means 8 mark, and similarly tentatively we can say that in JEE advanced 2 questions. So it's total 8 plus 8 16 mark, which is a huge weightage. So very important topic, and it is not just restricted to this particular topic. Its concept will be helpful to other topic also. So let us start, but before that let me just introduce René Descartes rule. What René Descartes used to say, that suppose there is a polynomial ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, that is something, a very normal polynomial, a general form of a cubic polynomial. A general form of a cubic polynomial. So what he used to say, René Descartes, that if you want to find the roots or the zeros, we know that what is root and what is zero. Let me just introduce that in a 1 minute time. It's a cubic polynomial. One common myth I have seen many teachers used to say that it's a cubic polynomial, so it has 3 roots. It is wrong. That is wrong. The correct is it has maximum 3 root. It has maximum 3 root. I will just quote one example. You will understand with that example. Suppose I have something called as x cube minus 3x square plus 3x minus 1. That is my polynomial, and you know that the factors of this is nothing but just x minus 1. It is x minus 1 whole cube. It is x minus 1 whole cube. If you apply a minus b whole cube identity, you will get x minus 1 whole cube. So in order to find the root or the zero of the polynomial, what we used to do, we used to equate it with 0. So you will observe that you will get just one answer. So it's a cubic polynomial, so it should have 3 zeros as the people says. But actually it is just having 1 0. That 1 0 is getting repeated 3 times. So basically the word should be maximum. In the upcoming classes, I will just focus on this aspect also, because Now we are focusing more onto the factorization part. Once we go into the root part, then I will just discuss it again. The graphical approach, the imaginary root, and all that. These are very very important concept. So let me restrict to this particular factorization area. But yes, this is something you should make a note that it should have a maximum of 3 zeros. It is not that it is having exactly 3 zeros. Fine. Second point, what we can do is suppose it's a cubic polynomial and suppose its roots are alpha, beta and gamma. 3 roots, suppose maximum 3 roots. So we know that we can write it down like x minus alpha into x minus beta into x minus gamma. So same equation, same relation of function can be written like this. F of x is equal to this. And if you just correlate the two, if you expand this, you will get x cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma times x square plus alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma times x minus alpha beta gamma. That is something you will get, and where alpha beta gamma are the roots. Whereas right now our focus is more onto factorization. So the conclusion which we can draw over here is this constant term is nothing but product of the zeros, and this x square coefficient, the coefficient of x square is nothing but sum of the zeros. For the time being, just forget about this minus sign because we are not entering into the roots, and here I have developed it in terms of roots. So just forget for the time being because we are interested more onto the factor part. We will discuss this roots later. So here we can conclude that this B represents sum of the roots and this D represents product of the root. These two things is important while solving or factorizing this. I will introduce few more concepts over here. We will see those. Before that, let me just have Rene Descartes' rule of sign. I will directly jump to the question to solve those things, to understand his concept. He has basically given two aspects, and then the third part he has also given, so we will see it. So here what happened, this is the general rule. Let me start with the first question and let me just take it the way it is done in 9th standard. So it is x cube plus 3x square plus 32x plus 20. That is the cubic polynomial. We need to factorize it. Of course, factor will be 3 because x minus 1, we got the answer x minus 1, but we can write down it as x minus 1 into x minus 1 into x minus 1. So factors will be 3 only. So let us try this. Now suppose if I took 1 as one of the solution, 1 as one of the rows, so it will not satisfy. Why? Because if I put all 1, if I put in place of x1, like this is considered to be say f of x. So we have to find f of 1. Factor will be formed by using factor theorem when f of x will be 0. So here of course f of 1 will not be 0. So we can't focus on that. Now second is something like this, that what we used to do, that factor of 20. So it is plus minus 1 plus minus 2. This is first question, so I am taking that much of time to make you understand. Afterward it will be not that tough. So then we will try for each of them. Now let me tell you one thing. What is Rene Descartes rule? Rene Descartes says that if you observe the sign of your polynomial, see here it is plus, 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 plus. You have to count down the changes in sign. So plus, minus, minus, plus, whatsoever is the number of changes in sign is there, your particular case will have that much of positive zeros. That much of positive zero maximum. Suppose there is 3 change in sign. For example, in this question, plus minus 1 change in sign, minus plus second change in sign. So it should have a maximum of 2 positive zero. So when we are talking about 2 positive zero, so in that case I will just ignore this minus term. I will just focus on the plus term. Now here all plus signs are there, so that means no positive zero. No positive zero. Now what second rule of Descartes says? He says that if you are getting, in order to get the negative zero, what you need to do? Calculate f of minus x. Calculate f of minus x. Again, student used to take lots of time to get f of minus x. I will tell you simple trick. See, if you replace x with minus x here, so minus square is always positive. So you will observe the change only in the odd power. You will observe the change only in the odd power. So whatsoever is the odd power, you have to reverse the sign. That's it. Don't do the complete step. You just need to reverse the sign here. So let me just try this. Suppose I know that the odd power is here, so this will become minus, this will remain plus, this will become, because this is odd power, minus, and this will as it is plus. So how many sign changes? 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 sign changes and it's a cubic polynomial, so all the roots will be negative. All the roots will be negative. So we don't need to look at the positive. We can directly jump to negative. Second thing, 1, for getting 1 as one of the root, I'm just putting an example. A simple trick is just sum the coefficient. If the sum of the coefficient is coming to be 0, in that case 1 is one of the 0 for confirmation. Fine. And minus 1, there is another trick for minus 1. If you just add the coefficient of x cube and the coefficient of x, and similarly add the coefficient of x square and the coefficient of constant, if it matches, then your minus 1 is one of the 0, or I can say x plus 1 is one of the factor directly. So that will give you a clue, and once you got one factor, then after that you can use synthetic division method. That is again a BSc mathematics syllabus, but we can use that because it's a very simple method to get the answer quickly. So we'll see those also. So here one thing is clear in this particular question, that I don't need to look at the plus sign. Fine. And 1 and minus 1 is also discarded because it's not satisfying the condition which I told. Now minus 2 we can think of. But what we can do, in spite of that, one thing is clear for me, that all the 3 zeros are negative and I want the sum to be 3. I want the sum to be 3. So can we have some case and product to be plus 20? Product to be plus 20. So can I take out some numbers from here which will satisfy that particular condition? So let me try those numbers. So it could be, say for example, I am taking, one thing is clear, that all should be negative. Okay? All numbers should be negative. Let us see that what we can do for that. X cube plus 3x square plus 32x plus 20 is the question. So product is 20. So how can the product will become 20? It will be 2 into say another 2 into say 5. Something like that. But can I have the addition of these 3 to be 3? But we know that it should be negative also. So suppose it is minus 2, and minus 5. So can we get like that? So if you observe this, then you will come to the conclusion that what should be the next step. So that is important, through which you can understood. Now if we guess out what could be the case to make our situation proper. So what 2 root we have to take? If you go with your 9th standard method, suppose if you are trying with, say suppose f of minus 2. Just going back, f of minus 2. So what will happen? Minus 2 cube plus 3 into minus 2 square plus 32 into minus 2 plus 20. So it gives me minus 8, this is 12, and this is minus 64, and this is 20. So it is not satisfying. So minus 2 is also not satisfying. So next you can try for say minus 4. You can try for minus 4. So I am just taking some time for you guys to understand it in a better way. So it's coming to be minus 64, and this is 16 3s are plus 48, 32 4s are 128 negative. It seems to be a very big number. So that too is not possible. That too is not possible. Fine. So we can just avoid this. Now check out for next. The next is after 4 minus 5. If you see minus 5, I don't think minus 5 will also satisfy. Let us try that. So it's minus 160, a very big number, so it won't be possible. So basically what happened in this particular case, if you can guess out, so as I told, there is, as per the Rennes-Descartes rule, there should be maximum 3 negative roots. So we'll discuss it in the upcoming video. There should be maximum 3 negative roots and minimum 1 negative root. 1 negative root. That we'll discuss in the next upcoming video. Why it is so? Where the 2 root has gone? The 2 root has gone as imaginary root. The 2 root has gone as imaginary root because we have tried 1, 2, 4, 5. Now not possible that within these two numbers we can get 3 root. So that means one root will be negative and the other two root will be imaginary. So what exactly is the concept by imaginary root we are getting? So all these things we will discuss in the upcoming video. We are just focusing on factorization. So for the time being we can just this is the first example which I have given just to make you understand that it is not necessary that always you will get the real root. Even Rene Descartes, I will just I will just spell him Descartes. So if you see his Cartes, this Cartes, from this Cartesian system has come into picture. It is in his honor Cartesian system name is given, and we know that what is Cartesian system? It is nothing but your xy axis, and xy axis is always about real numbers. It is always about a real number. So here Descartes rule is just for real number. So that's why we are unable to check out here. But the rule I told that it should have a maximum of 3 negative 0 or 1 negative 0. So 1 negative 0 we can just figure it out. That is suppose minus 10, because we have seen for the earlier numbers. Let us check for minus 10. So it is minus 10 cube plus 3 into minus 10 square plus 32 into minus 10 plus 20. So check out quickly. It is minus 1000. It's coming plus 300, it's coming minus 320, and it's coming plus 20. So again it is not giving. Again it is not giving, so that means the last option left is 20. We can check out with 20, so we can get it. Fine, so this is something the approach you need to follow for getting the factorization. So for this particular question, while getting the factorization, we have to figure out the 0 which is imaginary, factor which is imaginary, so we can't solve it for the time being. We can consider this question in order to when we are finding the root. Fine, so let me jump to the next question, that is x cube minus 7x square plus 4x plus 12. So this is say f of x. So right now changes in sign is plus 2 minus 1, then minus 2 plus 2, that's it, plus 2 plus. So there should be maximum 2 positive 0. And what will be f of minus x? As I told, it will be having sign like this. The odd power will have sign change, plus become minus, then minus is minus, this become minus, and this is plus. So there is only one sign change. So it should have 2 positive zeros and 1 negative 0. That is something the conclusion which we can draw. Now check out with this 12. Check out with this 12 what we can get. What we can get. So this 12 can be broken down, it's a product. It's a product. So 12 can be broken down something like this. 4, 3, 1. That is a product. Or I can have 2, 6, 1. These are the two ways we can break down 12. Now which one is preferable for me to get sum 7? So one thing is clear, I have 2 positive root and 1 negative root, and that it is minus 7. So bigger one will be accordingly we can just justify. So what will be the answer we can take out? So I want the product to be 12. I want the three numbers product to be 12 and sum to be 7. Sum to be 7. So can I get this? 6, 2, 1. Fine. So one thing is clear, that I should have 2 positive root, 1 negative root. So what could be those 2 positive root? It will be 6 and 2, and it is minus 1 negative, because just add this, you will get 7. You will get 7. So 6 plus 2, 8 minus 1. So these are the roots. So what should be the factor? The factor should be very simple. X minus 6, x minus 2, and x plus 1. That is your factor. That is your factor. Now, if you remember few minutes back, I told that there is a typical test for getting x plus 1 as one of the factor. What is that test? Just add the alternate term, coefficient of alternate term. So 4 plus 1, 5, and check out here 12 minus 7, 5. So since 12 minus 7, 5 and 4 plus 1, 5 is giving, so x plus 1 would there be a factor. X plus 1 will be a factor. You can cross check by putting f of minus 1. If you put f of minus 1, you will get here minus 1, minus 7, that is minus 8, minus 4 is minus 12, plus 12 is 0. So that means minus 1 is one of the 0, that means x plus 1 is one of the factor. So that is something you have factor. You can cross check with 2, you can cross check with 6. So without using any step, without factorizing with whatever method you are learning in 9th standard, we can directly jump. And with practice, you can get the answer very quickly. Fine. Let me jump to the next question. So third question says that it is all positive again. It is all positive again. Now one more point. Here look at all positive, so 1 couldn't be the factor. 1 couldn't be the 0. Because all positive means all the roots will be negative. It's for sure, because if you put 1, it can never be 0. If you put any positive number, this addition can never be 0. So we have just seen here all positive, so we concluded that all roots will be negative. Here we got 2 root to be imaginary, 1 root to be negative. Let us check this case. Fine. So it is x cube plus 6x square plus 11x plus 6. One condition we are getting 1 plus 11, 12, 6 plus 6, 12. That means x plus 1 is one of the factor for sure. X plus 1 is one of the factor. Now I am not jumping to any other approach like as I told synthetic division and all that. If I got the answer directly by our basic analysis. What my basic analysis says that just factor 6 as the product. So 1 into 2 into 6. And just add this, again you are getting 6, 1 plus 2 plus 6. So you got the answer. One thing is clear, all the 3 zeros are negative zeros. So that means factor. See, zeros are negative means alpha is equal to minus 1 is a 0. So that means x plus 1 is a factor. We know this thing. We know factor theorem and remainder theorem. So this is all about factor theorem. If you got one of the zeros as minus 1, that means x plus 1 is a factor. So see, we got 2, 3, so your answer is x plus 1, x plus 2 and x plus 3. If you expand this, you will directly get this answer. So believe me, it will hardly take 10 to 15 seconds to get the answer. So x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 3 is your factor. So first and foremost, again I am repeating, use the Descartes rule, and then after that jump to the next conclusion. So fourth example, see all positive. So that means I can conclude, that all the zeros will be negative, and check out 15 plus 1, 16, 9 plus 7, 16. So that means one of the zero is minus 1, that means x plus 1 is a factor. X plus 1 is a factor, that is for sure. Now product 7 is very simple. That's it. This is product 7 and sum it out, you are getting 9. So see, you don't need to jump to any method. It's a very common practice and it is not something great or something new I am teaching. It's just addition of the zeros come here and the product of the zeros come here. And you will be lucky if you got some prime number over here, because prime number don't have factors. So in that case you have very limited approach. You are limited possibilities, so you can directly jump. So now see, it is x plus 1 and x plus 7. That's it. Over. That simple it is. Fine. I hope that this is fine. Now one more thing. I discussed about this 9, I discussed about this 7, what about this 15? If you remember that in the first case when I have given the expansion, so I have written here that it is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma. That means sum of the zeros taken product of 2 at a time. So I got the zeros as this. Let me check out sum of the zeros taken product of 2 at a time. So what is product of 1 into 1? What is product of 1 into 7? And what is product of 1 into 7? Check out what we are getting. 15. So it's a cross check. It's a cross check. Fine. I hope this is fine. So see how quickly you guys are getting the factors, and this is a very important part. And it's in CAT exam also you need to find out in some question related like factors like this. So it's very helpful. You got the factor, that means you got the root. See how quickly you are getting the root. Fine. I hope this is fine. Now fifth question is, I am writing it here, x cube minus 3x square minus 9x minus 5. So positive to negative, 1 negative, so I can expect one positive. See, we will discuss this again. If there is one root, positive or negative, then you can't subtract from it. Actually you need to subtract an even number. But here in the first question we got 3 negative roots, so we concluded that there won't be 3 negative root, it is 1 negative root. So from 3 to 1 I have subtracted 2 from 3. 3 minus 2 1. Here only 1 positive root, so I can't subtract 2 because minus 1 root won't be there. So that means confirm that there is 1 positive root. Now change the sign, means f of minus x I am calculating, so it will be minus, it will be minus, it will be plus, it will be minus. So minus 2 plus and plus 2 minus, that means 2 sign change. So it has 1 positive root and at the max 2 negative root. At the max, because there is 2, so 2 minus 2 is possible, that means 0 negative root is possible and 2 imaginary root, but we will see it. Fine. So now one thing is confirmed, 1 positive, 2 negative. So let me break down 5. Again, luckily it's a prime number, so we can just, can I go with this combination? I want this 3. One thing is confirmed, 1 positive, 2 negative. So what is that positive, what is that negative? So it is this negative and this 2 positive. Check out the product, 1 ones are 1 into minus 5 and sum it out, minus 3. Fine. So 1 and minus 5 and. If minus 1, if plus 1 is a 0, so what does it indicate? What does it indicate? The sum it out. So when you sum it, it's minus, it's a 0. So it's a minus 1 and plus 5. It's a 0. Fine. So 2 negative and 1 positive. So when you add, you are getting 3. When you multiply, you are getting 5. So while taking the 0, you don't need to look at all these things. Now, can I just check out my first case? What is that? Addition of the coefficient. So it is not giving 0. But add the alternate coefficient. So 1 minus 9 is minus 8. Minus 3 minus 5 is minus 8. That means this is my 0. So I confirm that x plus 1 is my factor. And we know that x plus 1 will come 2 times here. And it is plus 5, so x minus 5. That's it. Fine. In the beginning I told that it's a common saying that it has 3 zeros. That is wrong. It has just 2 zeros. Minus 1 and 5. The other is common. Minus 1. Fine. So it is x plus 1 minus 5, x minus 5. Following Descartes rule. Following the sum. Following the product. So that is your answer. Hope this is fine. Let me jump to the next question, sixth one. X cube minus 5x square minus 2x plus 24. So plus 2 minus 1 and then minus 2 minus no. Minus 2 plus 1 more, so 2. 2 positive zeros. And let me just have a negative sign. Means f of minus x, so minus plus. So that means 1 sign change. So this particular polynomial should have 2 positive root and 1 negative root. Maximum 2 positive. It could be 0 also. Now check out. I want a 3 number whose sum is 24. Whose product is 24 and sum is 5. Sum is 5. Out of that, it's a 0. So don't get confused. Here this Descartes rule is for getting zeros, not for factor. We are using it to convert this into factor. Fine. So what is the combination here we have? Can I have 8 into 3 into 1? That gives me 24. And if I just sum it out, so it is minus 8 plus 3 and plus 1. This is 0. Again I am repeating, this is 0. See, 2 positive 0, 2 positive 0, 1 negative 0. Fine. And when you sum it out, you will get 3 plus 1, 4. 4 minus 8, so it's not working. It's not working. That means something different, we need to focus. Fine. So it's a cross check is very, very important. You need to focus at what exactly is the correct answer. Now I am just changing the pattern because I have not yet used that synthetic division method. So let me introduce synthetic division method in this particular question. So for synthetic division method, you need to know 1 0. You need to know at least 1 0. If you know 1 0, then synthetic division method is very much applicable. So let me just try this 1 0. That could be by trial and error, or you can have any other approach to get that. So can I try for say 2 because factors of 24. Let us try for 2. It's positive 2 because it is given that we have 2 positive zeros max. So 2 if I try, so it's 8 and this is minus 20. So 8 minus 20 is minus 12. Minus 12 plus 24 is plus 12, but it is not working. So 2 is not possible. Let me try 3. 3 could be one of the factor. I am focusing more onto the positive because I should have 2 positive. So 3 cube is 27, 27 and here it is minus 6. So minus 6 plus 24 is 18, 27 plus 18 and it is 9 5s are 45. 27 plus 18 is plus 45 and it is minus 45. So that means 3 is one of the factor. Just to confirm you guys, I am just calculating it again. F of 3 is 3 cube minus 5 into 3 square minus 2 into 3 plus 24. Check out 3 cube is 27, this is 9 5s are 45, minus 6 plus 24. So 27 plus 25 is 24, sorry. 27 plus 24 is 51 and this is minus 51. So yes, that's it. So that means 3 is one of the 0. So 3 is one of the 0 means I can conclude that x minus 3 is one of the factors. Fine. Now what is synthetic division method? So synthetic division method, you need to draw this to line like this and then after that check out for the complete polynomial. Complete means it is 3, 2, 1 and 0 having all the powers. If anything is missing, then you have to take the coefficient as 0 because in synthetic division method only coefficient is used. So coefficient of x cube is 1, I am writing it here. It is minus 5 here, it is minus 2 here and it is 24 here. Just write it like that. It is all a coefficient game. Then after that we know that 3 is one of the zeros, so write down 3 here. Write down 3 here. Drop down this one as it is. Drop down this one as it is. Synthetic division method is again in BSc Mathematics and your BA Mathematics. So 1 is here, now just multiply this. 3 ones are 3. Write it down here. Addition of this 2, minus 2. Again do the same step, multiplication, minus 6. Add, it is minus 8. Minus 8 into 3, minus 24. And for sure you should get 0 always here. You should always get 0 if your root is taken properly. So what is synthetic division method? Synthetic division method is very simple. Here we started with x cube, x square, x and constant coefficient and we lose 1 degree and we got just 3 coefficient. So this is for x square, x and constant. So where is one particular factor has gone? It is this. So it is x minus 3 into. And what is this coefficient of x square? 1 minus 2x and minus 8. That is something you are left. So this particular cubic polynomial gets factored like this. I got one factor using trial and error method and now this. Now this is something we have discussed earlier also. It's a quadratic, we have to focus it also. Now I can just write down directly x minus 4 and x plus 2. It's very simple now. I hope that you have done practice for that. So that is my answer. Now confirm the answer. If you remember earlier we got 2 positive zeros and 1 negative 0. Check out 3 and 4 are 2 positive 0 and minus 2 is 1 negative 0. Again confirm this minus 2. 3 4s are 12. 4 2s are negative 8 and 3 2s are negative 6. So 8, 6, 14 and 12 minus 14 minus 2. So everywhere you got all the verification. Cross verification is very important. Synthetic division, intentionally add to this question, otherwise I could have done it just by product of 3 and the sum of the 3. Intentionally I have done. Check out your case. 3, 4 and minus 2. Check out 3 4s are 12, those are 24, see 24 and add, you are getting 5. 3 plus 4, 7 minus 2. That I could have done, but I want to teach you the synthetic division method. Fine, we will see the synthetic division method in, let us see in any other question we require. Fine, that was 6th question. Quickly we will jump to the next question. So next is 7th question. 7th question is very simple, it's a baby. X cube plus x square minus x minus 1, it's a baby. Okay, I will teach you one more approach here. Yeah, so let me write down this. X cube plus x square minus x minus 1. Now, see, what is that approach? Take the coefficient of this and this. So you are getting a ratio this upon this, and check out the coefficient of this and this. You are getting the ratio same. So if you are getting the same ratio, then in that case, just simply from first to take the HCF as common. HCF, highest common factor. In x cube and x square is HCF. So what is left? X plus 1. Here minus 1 I can take as HCF because nothing is common. So I can just take minus sign common. So see, we got it. So it is x plus 1 and x square minus 1. So x square minus 1 is something we can write on x plus 1 and x minus 1. So that is the factorization of it. Now confirm quickly because we are getting 1 as well as minus 1. So test for that is addition of coefficient 1 plus 1 to minus 1 minus 1 0. So that means 1 is one of the 0. Check out for minus 1 what I told, sum the alternate. So 1 minus 1 is 0 and 1 minus 1 is 0. So minus 1 is also root. Okay? And you got the other root also minus 1. So this is the way you can solve this. And going to the 8th question. X cube plus x square minus 3x plus 9. So let me just quick see, 9 doesn't have much factor, so it's easier question. So but before that, Rennes-Descartes rule says that 1 sign change, 2 sign change. So maximum 2 positive root and negative, this will be minus, this will be plus, this will be plus, this will be plus. So 1 negative root. So 3 roots and 1 positive, 2 positive, 1 negative. Fine. So 9 and here it is 1. So what could be the possible case? 3, 3, 1. It's simple, 3, 3, 1. Fine. So 2 positive and 1 negative. So what we can do? Like this. Can we have? Check out the sum. First of all, we got 2 positive, 1 negative. Sum it out. You are getting 3 minus 3, 0, 1. So we want 1 only. And of course, if you multiply it, you will get minus 9. So it's 9. Because if you remember, alpha, beta, gamma is having minus sign. So this plus can be written as minus of minus 9. And we want minus 9 only. Fine. We will discuss that root part afterward. So I got it over. And now one clue I got that since 1 after 0 is 1, can I have that approach? Just sum it out. Means it is coming 1, 3 and minus 3. If you do in that way, so what is my factors? X plus 3, x minus 3 and it is x minus 1. X minus 1. So are we getting the same case for 1 or not? If it is not, then we have to check it out. I don't think 1 is one of the factors. We need to check out again because sum of the digit is not giving me the answer 0. Sum of the digit is not giving me the answer 0. That means 1 is not one of the factors. That means we need to focus out something else. Fine. So let me try 3. That is 3 because the factors of 9s are nothing more than 3, 1 and 9. So let me try 3. Just 3, not minus 3. So what will happen? 3 if I do. So it is 3 cube plus 3 square minus 3 into 3 plus 9. So 9 minus 9 not possible. It's positive answer. So it's not possible. Let me try minus 3. So this is minus 3. For minus 3 this will be plus. So it's giving me 9 and minus 27. So yes, minus 3. So minus 3 is my case. So x plus 3 is my factor. X plus 3 is my factor. Now I want to teach you why in the first question we got 2 complex roots. Here again we have seen that we are not getting the root. Let me try it using synthetic division method. Now minus 3 is something a 0. Fine. So what's the coefficient? It is 1, it is 1, it is minus 3, it is plus 9. Now drop down 1. 1 into 3 minus 3, 1 minus 3 is minus 2, minus 2 into minus 3 plus 6, addition is 3, 3 into minus 3, of course we should get 0. So what is that? That is x square minus 2x plus 3. Now, this does not have a real factor. That's why that 1 was not working. So, there is always a cross check. If you have not done the cross check, it would be wrong in that case. Fine. Now just check out. It is not having a real 0 because if you remember x square minus 2x plus 3 quadratic polynomial, if you use discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac, that discriminant is coming negative. B square is minus 2 square, that is 4, 4ac is 4 is 12, so it is 4 minus 12. So under root minus 8 is complex. That's why I told you guys that always remember to cross check. Fine. So you got the factor of this real factor just like this. You can't proceed it further. We will see what to do with the unreal root or the complex root later. But right now we are restricted ourselves to Descartes rule, so we'll just stop here. So that is the factor we can have at the max. The last question I am taking, the ninth one. So it is x cube plus 6x square minus 12x plus 8. Fine. So neither 1 nor minus 1 is given. Okay, positive root, positive will be plus, 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 minus, minus, plus. Plus, minus first and minus plus second. So two positive root and negative root will be, this will be negative, this will be positive, this will be positive, this will be positive. One negative root. So one negative root is for sure, and it is 8. So I think we can easily break down 8. Can I have two? Is this so? Because I want 6 also here. So check out this 2, 2, 2. Let's check out with the f of 2 value. So it is 2 cube 8 minus 4 6 are 24. 4 2 and 2 are 24 and plus 8. So it's not coming. It's not coming. So 2 is not coming. Anyhow, we have 2 positive and 1 negative. It can't be possible. Fine. So it could be 1 is not there. So are we getting again a complex case? That is something we need to think about, because if it is a complex case, then this 2 will become 0. And of course 1 negative will be 0, because the odd power should always have 1 0, 1 real 0. Odd power should always have 1 real 0, because complex factor or complex root always come in pair. You will see it later. Complex root always come in pair, so it should have maximum 3 zeros. So complex maximum 2, so 1 will be real. So we need to figure out that here. So what we can do is we can just try. Like 1 is not working, 2 is not working, minus 2. So minus 2 cube plus 6 into minus 2 square minus 12 into minus 2 plus 8. So it gives me 24 plus 8, 32. This is again positive, so it won't work, minus 2. So 4 we will try. So 4 cube is, minus 4. So minus 4 cube plus 6 into minus 4 square minus 12 into minus 4 and plus 8. So I don't think so. It's not working. It's again not working. Fine. So let us try with 8 directly. 8 will be bigger. Let us try 8 cube. Negative. So minus 8 cube. So minus 8 cube is minus 512. It's a 64 6 that is 396, because 64 and then 6 minus 12 into minus 8 is plus 96 and plus 8. So this will, no, it's also not working. So something is missing. X cube plus 6x cube minus 12x plus 8. So 1 is not working, 2 is not working. We are talking about negative root. Negative is minus, plus, plus, plus. So negative 1 root will be negative. So minus 1 is not working. Minus 2 is minus 8. One more time I will try minus 2. 24 plus 20. Yeah, it's working. Minus 2, 4, 6 and no, it's not working. It's not working. sign problem or something. Okay, we'll just check out 4, 6, minus 4, so minus 64 and 96, then it is plus 48 and no, it's not working. So what happened? I guess it's a wrong question or what? Because x cube plus 6x cube minus 12x plus 8. We have seen all the possible cases. 1, 2, plus minus is 1, minus plus, so 2 positive root and 1 negative root. 2 positive could become 0 positive, 2 imaginary, so we will not focus on positive, but negative should be 1 for sure. So if we just check this out one last time, otherwise we can assume it to be having some mistake in the question. Minus 1 is not working, minus 2 is minus 8 plus 24. It's plus 24 and plus, it's not working. Minus 4 is not working again, minus 64 and it's 16, 6 are plus 96 and plus 48, it's not working, and then finally it's 8, minus 8 if we check out. So minus 8 is also, I think minus 8 I can just try. So minus 5 and 2, it's a 64, 6 are, so that is 384. Then 96 and then plus 8. It's not working. So 104 and no, it's not working. So I think there is something mistake in this question. I guess so. There is something wrong in this question. Anyway, so we'll just think about what is the error over here. Meanwhile, these are DIY questions. I hope that this is fine. You understood the basic concept. In the next video, we will try to resolve this and we will again see some little difficult question on the same basis where the leading coefficient is having some value other than 1. So that will be little tricky. So we will see that also in the next question. Thanks for the video. Thank you.